Hey everybody, this is Larry again. I wanted to reach out and just touch base with you. This is an interesting week, obviously. This is Holy Week, it's the Passion Week. It's the time in the life of Jesus when he is on his way to the cross. And on or about this day, here's what we know happened. Several things happened, but we know that he was at the Mount of Olives and he was talking to his disciples and he was predicting or telling, not predicting, forthtelling really. He said, these are the things that are going to happen. But also on or about that same day, the disciples were talking to Jesus, and while Jesus was talking with the disciples, Judas was putting it in his mind that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and defect. I'm going to go ahead and turn on Jesus. Things are looking bleak. They're looking bad, and I'm gonna get with the winning team, so to speak. And he defected. I want to make a point about that. The other thing that we know was going on, that Jesus told them on or about this same day that as bad as things are, it's going to appear worse. I mean, he predicted that he was going to go to the cross, that they were going to kill him. Things were going to look bleak and bad. Let's take that and find out how we can apply it to today. We hear all kinds of reports. You don't know which reports to believe, but the consensus of the reports seem to indicate that this virus is getting worse, or it's gaining momentum and steam, and that this could be the worst week possible, or maybe even next week. I want to remind you that just like the disciples, they heard, oh my gosh, it's going to get terrible, it's going to get worse. Just like Judas said, you know what, I'm going to defect. I'm going to jump off this team and jump on the other team and turn. Just remember that we know how the story ends, that it did get bad, it did get worse. They saw their hopes dashed and crashed. They thought it was all over with. But what they failed to realize was that Jesus also indicated, I'll rise again. I'll win. I'll come back. The story won't be over. As bad as it might seem and as bad as it's going to get, don't forget Jesus overcame that, and he'll help us overcome this too. And then Judas. There are some who looked at that situation like Judas and said, I got to get out of here. Where is God? This didn't turn out like I thought it would. Don't fall into that trap, okay? Don't let this be a time where your faith is hindered and smothered. Rather, like a lot of people, let your faith grow. And we're seeing some of the best in people ever. God could potentially use this as what I've referred to and others have as the third great awakening. People are really focused on the important things now, how quickly life can change. So Judas obviously made a terrible decision and paid a dear price for it. Just reminding you today that God is still working out his plan. And as bad as things might seem, the sun is still going to shine. The birds are still going to sing. It's going to work out okay. This is Larry. Have a great day.